Hey guys, welcome back to Matt's Garage. Today, I purchased some goodies for my bench to get me moving forward. I finally got a MIG welder, and I got a new grinder. Nice little, just some Mastercraft stuff from Can Tire. They were on sale, so I picked them up. I was originally out to get a new propane tank for some metal melts that I'm doing, but I got a few projects in the garage today. One of which is the quad here. This is a friend's quad. Just ordered a new carburetor for it because this carb was missing some parts like the float needle and the float bowl, and the actual float itself was missing. So, figured in the meantime, while I'm waiting for that to come in the mail, I'm going to go back to the lawn cart. As you can see, I've installed a car seat with full vertical and lateral adjustments, so this is going to be nice and comfortable. I do need to lift the steering wheel though. It is kind of right in the crotch region, so that's got to be dealt with. But for today, since I got this new MIG welder and I want to kind of figure out how it works, everything I've been doing up to this point has been done with a stick welder, which is drastically different. For today, I'm going to pull the exhaust off of this and cut it apart a little bit, take this off, and see if I can make a new pipe that kind of goes below the deck here. So from here down to below the deck, just because as it sits, I had it idling, and I was sitting in the seat just to kind of give it a feel. This really gives you a lot of exhaust fumes in your face. So I'm going to try to make a custom weld, maybe cut a hole out, go straight through the floor here, and send it to the back. So to do that, my kids recently had their rooms painted, and part of that upgrade was getting rid of the old bunk beds. So I've got a bunch of tubing here that I'm going to grind down and bend and utilize this, to me anyway, scrap metal to build a new custom exhaust manifold. So alright, so I've cut the manifold, the original. It's a pretty chunky guy. And I was sizing it up. Alright, there's the old half. Just split it. Got it nice and clean. So I was sizing it up to make sure it would fit okay. And I came into a problem. These fins will not allow me to spin it upside down. So probably what I'm going to have to do is make a U, like a straight U, to get it to come down. Otherwise it's not going to mount, which, you know, problem solving. So here we go. All right, so I've taken the chunk here, and I've taken one of the pipes from the kid's bed frame. It's a pretty long pipe, but what I had to do was the inside diameter of this was much smaller than the actual tube itself. So I had to cut a bunch of slices and then taper it together and then weld it all. So it's pretty solid now. And then I welded it to the head here. It's still a little patchy, but it's just for tests. What I have to do next is I've sized it onto the engine just to kind of see what it looks like. And honestly, it looks like one of those like giant stack pipes out of like a diesel. But what I have to do now is make some slits into here to create that U that we were talking about, so I can get the pipe to go under the floorboard. But making progress, it's doing good. Okay, quick update. That didn't work. I started cutting some slits and I tried to bend it, and it actually ended up snapping off. So I think what I'll do now instead is just cut some angles and make, like, I don't know, 2 90-degree elbows for now. Or, you know, 4 45-degree elbows to create sort of a loop. I don't know. But slits on the horizontal plane don't work. This way, sure. Tapering work, no problem. Going this way, not so much. All right, so far so good. Pay no attention to the ugly booger welds. They are solid. I grinded them off just to make sure it went all the way through. I'm getting good penetration with this new welder. And so far, we have the up part and then a 90-degree elbow, which I know is terrible for flow. But until I get a bender, I can't really put a U in this, so I'm just going to do 290 degrees. But mocked up on here, this is where it is. And then based on its current position, it'll go straight down underneath the floorboard like I wanted. It's not going to go into here. I'm not going to worry about that until I have a nice U-bent pipe. So I'm just going to weld that part on to go straight down to there. I might weld a bracket here to hold it, to give it some rigidity. I'm not quite sure yet. I know it's supposed to have some flex to it because the engine is going to move. But this is where we're at. Once I have this, I'm going to sand the rest of the paint off using a flap disc. And then I'm going to weld on the next pipe. And then we'll fire it up and see how it sounds as a straight pipe without a muffler. Well, it definitely isn't the prettiest thing in the world with my lovely booger spattered welds. But there's a custom exhaust manifold. I just got to tighten down these bolts and fire it up and see what it sounds like. I'm really impressed with this MIG welder. I've never used MIG before. I've only ever done stick. So it's very, very nice. And obviously, if you use a grinder, you're not a welder, but I've never claimed to be a welder. I've got it idling, and it just sounds mean. I love it. My first custom manifold. Not the greatest, but I did say it out and finish what I said I wanted to do today. See if we can get it to rev a little bit. That's fucking wild. That sounds so cool. All right. That's wicked. I'm happy with that. Well, thank you for tuning in to Matt's Garage. That's it for today. It's a beast. It just sounds monstrous. I love it. Can't wait to get the drivetrain set up and the brakes and the throttle so we can go for a rip. Getting there, slowly but surely. You just need parts, and parts cost money. Money is time. But, like all major YouTubers, if you want and you like what I'm making, subscribe and leave a like. Maybe share it with some friends who might be interested. I'm new to the YouTubing game. This is my second video going up. But that just sounds awesome. I hope you guys enjoy. Have yourself a good one.